Shut the fuck up, dude. All right, now we can talk. Okay, so now, all right, let's play the intro, and then we'll just go right into it. And this is only 15 seconds, right?
15 seconds, yeah.
Okay, let's get the volume right first. Is that good volume?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so ready? Go.
Check, check, check. If you're hearing the sound of my lovely voice, then the beautiful stolen intro music has stopped playing. And you made a good decision. You're now tuned into another chapter of the Introverted Intuition Podcast. This is chapter 48, I believe, 48th episode. Fucking nuts.
I'll say something like that.
Yeah. You know me, Jeff. Any new listeners, my name is Jeff, in case you didn't know.
This is Mike.
Mike, a.k.a. Luke Skydiver. You about to go skydiving next week? Luke Skydiving.
Wait, I was about to say, who? What the fuck? Where the fuck did that come from? But yeah, actually, this Friday, I'll be falling out of the air.
You literally, this could be the last conversation we ever have.
I was thinking about that actually part of last night because we were actually just all talking about us, like I guess what we were doing last night, and I couldn't sleep last night, and that wasn't the reason why I couldn't sleep, but it was just one of the things that was on my mind.
Do you have a will?
Yes, no.
Put me in that before you get on the
No, you're definitely not in that. But yeah, no, I do have a will. But,
Word. So it's not just us today. We are joined by a podcast I was listening to all day today at work. Very, very funny guys. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves. I won't be able to do it justice, I feel, if I try.
Oh, I'm Mike Hernandez.
And I'm Caleb Barge. And we are the co-hosts of the We're Going to Hell podcast.
Yeah.
We're going
Fake
to
ass
hell.
applause. We're going to hell.
Yeah.
Sorry, we don't have any of that on there.
You guys are on the way to hell. Or you know what hell's like. What do you think? What is it?
I'm not really worried about it. I'm not really worried if I'm going or not. I don't believe in any of that stuff, so I don't know. We'll end up anywhere. I don't know. I don't know.
What do you guys think hell's like? Like, are we living in hell?
I've seen it.
They're probably nice. He's seen it.
Have a bad trip on DMT. You'll see fucking hell.
Yo, we were just talking about how you did shrooms and acid. I didn't know you did DMT too.
Yeah.
Damn.
I do everything.
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, look at his T-shirt.
The fucking Joe Rogan t-shirt.
You came up with the name, right? Or
So We're Going to Hell?
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to have the original duo was my friend Zach Irwin. He was a comic. And Zach. And we couldn't think of a fucking name for a podcast. And one day we kind of like, the podcast was trying to be like anti-PC because that's when PC culture started kind of creeping into comedy a little bit, right when we started. And we were like, we're going to do a podcast where we're not PC and we're going to express what we really feel about shit. And we just couldn't think of a fucking name. Oh, it was originally called the See You Next Tuesday podcast.
Oh, you can try to be consistent with the schedule?
Yeah. Well, it spells cunt. So,
Gotcha.
So then that was taken, and I was like, shit. And then we just couldn't think of something. And then one day we were just making terrible jokes about something, and I went, we're going to hell. And I went, oh, that's the fucking name. And then Zach was like, yeah, okay. And then, yeah, that sounds like a name. And then we couldn't get listeners. We were so bad at it. And then like years later, we stopped doing it. And years later, we were like, let's try it again. And we came to Gotham Podcast Studio, and it's taken off.
Word.
And then
Nice.
then Zach quit, and then Mike
I
joined.
snuck in.
Yeah.
You put in an application.
Yeah.
You're going to hell too.
Yep. I want to go to hell.
Have either of you you were doing this before, then you stopped. Have you done like a podcast or anything like this before?
Yeah, I had a podcast called New York City, the New York City podcast, New York Silly podcast with me and my boy Joe Giaventano, another funny comic.
Word. Oh, so you guys are both comics. Is that how you guys met?
Yeah.
That's how you guys
Yeah.
met in the
Yeah.
scenes?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Oh, word.
We met each other. We saw each other across the crowded comedy club.
And I knew he was the one.
Yeah.
You knew.
Oh man, that was the gayest thing today.
Yeah. We actually met. There was this place in Bushwick called Goodbye Boo Monday, and it was like a pretty famous bar, because it was just like, it was bookshelves filled with books and like fucking records. It was like hipster
It has everything.
scent.
It looked like a prop comics bag. Like
Yeah.
if a big hand come in and just pull shit out. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever you want. You know, it's like God wanted something like a pair of scissors. You go in there and get a pair of scissors. It had so much shit decorating. It had a huge gorilla made out of aluminum foil. In it.
Yes. Like,
yeah.
It was like an artist place, and so our friend Johnny Zito booked us. That was the first show I ever got. Was it? No, I got booked in Queens, and I fucking bombed. I was talking about prison, how I would go if it wasn't for the rape. I was like, there's meals. And, like, no one thought it was funny. I was like, okay. And then, like, my second show was at Goodbye Monday. Johnny booked me, and it was, I had a great time. And I was really excited because I was, like, maybe not even a year in. And I was like, oh, man, I'm getting booked on a show. And then that's where I met Mike there.
Shout out to Johnny Zito.
Johnny Zito.
Who were your, like, inspirations for comedy? Like, who would you, like, look up to, listen to growing up?
Everybody. Rodney Dangerfield, Eddie Murphy, George Carlin, and Richard Pryor. You know, I have who else? Gary Shandling. All these motherfuckers from.
When you were young, you were listening to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I was young, Steve Martin. I fucking loved Steve
I
Martin.
never really
He's good,
seen
I
him.
like him.
I never seen
Yeah.
him do stand up until later.
Dude, he
much
has
later.
this. Okay, Google. Anybody listening? Google Steve Martin, the Great Fly Dini. It's this thing that he did where shit comes out of his fly, and he's got like I never figured as a kid. I'm like, how the fuck is he doing this? But the suit that he's wearing has a fake arm in it, and his other fucking arm is down his pants, and he's sticking stuff out of the fly, and like it's really fucking funny. But like that's one of the first things I saw, and I actually got into that more than stand-up when I first started. I wanted to do and I also got really into Mr. Show. Did you ever see that show?
Nah, what the I don't even know
Mr.
what that
Show
is,
with David Cross and Bob Odenkirk. Bob Odenkirk now is Better Call Saul.
Better Call Saul, yeah.
So they started a sketch comedy show. Like I was really like into like underground, like sketch comedy and like putting on a variety type show. And I really liked what they did because their skits would connect to each other. It would never be like stop like SNL does. They stop and they go on to the next one. There would always be like a mini skit that connects the other two, and it was a mix of live and recorded. So I thought that was a really fun idea for a show, and that's what I wanted to do. But then I got into stand up. I was watching like Jim Gaffigan one night, and I was like, he's pretty funny. And then I started getting into stand up, and I was watching some dudes on Comedy Central, and I was like, this motherfucker's on TV. Like, it's not even that fucking funny. I remember, I don't know who it was specifically, but like, then I started writing jokes, and yeah, I didn't get into like my favorite comics now are like Patrice O'Neill, fucking always.
hell yeah.
For
No,
sure.
yeah.
Patrice O'Neill, one of the best. George Carlin, Bill Hicks, Richard Pryor. I don't know a lot of his stuff, but I respect the shit out of him. He's a really good fucking performer. Doug Stanhope, I just saw him. He did 2 hours.
It's crazy.
2 hours.
2 hours
by him-
set, like-
2 hours
Yeah.
set, which is fucking unheard of. I've never heard anybody do that. Two fucking
Bill
hours.
Cosby did it.
I bet he.
Yeah,
Fucking
he was
did
doing.
it.
That's what he was doing.
Yeah.
2 hours a shot.
I
Pow,
saw
pow,
Bill.
pow.
I liked Bill Cosby too when I was young.
He sits down in a lounge chair and he just does comedy.
Yeah, I liked the aspect of the living room type feel where you're sitting down on a couch and
Yeah,
he's
he did
raping
it.
you. And
I
shit.
saw him at the Met. yeah. I saw him at the Met, man. He gave everybody pills. No, he was at the Met. It was 5 of us. Brian's young one with us. It was. He was
Oh,
one
wow,
of,
okay.
Yeah, and he was fucking funny as fuck. I mean, he did old bits. You know, that was before we knew he was fucking raping
Yeah,
as a hobby.
I
you know?
saw him in Poughkeepsie, and my mom got us like tickets because it was like all over the radio, and he's like. I was like, oh, he's saying some funny shit. Like he's like, I've tried to explain to my wife that I'm addicted to grease. Like that was one of the things.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and he's like, I hide ice cream underneath the sofa. Like, and I was like, I was laughing, and I was telling my mom about it, and she bought us fucking tickets. I think it was my birthday too. So I went and saw him with this girl that I was dating at the time, and he didn't get up off the floor. He just sat on the floor.
Yeah, he just sat,
and
yeah.
was doing stand up. Some dude like proposed to his wife.
What the fuck?
I know, and like Bill Cosby was just making fun of him the whole time because like,
Probably plotting to try to fuck her too and shit.
Yeah. boy.
yeah.
Like, can you guys like speaking of Bill Cosby? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I feel like for a lot of people, he was in like maybe top 5, top 10 best comedians, and all his rape shit came out. Do y'all separate the art from the person and like what they
I
bullshit?
do. I feel like I do. But you know, the guy's a dick.
Yeah.
Right? He's fucked up. But you can't erase what he did.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like Pete Rose in baseball, he's banned because he gambled, right? But he never gambled against his own team. He just gambled, and it was just illegal. And he's not allowed in the Hall of Fame. He's got the most hits ever,
Right.
and he's not allowed in the Hall of Fame. Why? I don't know.
I mean, why doesn't Ben Roethlisberger from the fucking Steelers get shit?
Right.
Did he
Right.
rape a bunch of fucking girls or get accused
Oh,
of
just
it?
one accused of one.
Yeah. Well, why is he still playing football?
Yeah, I keep forgetting about that actually.
I mean, fucking, if you think about it, those dudes are, a lot of them are fucking, like, fucking rapists probably. Because, like, I mean, frat boys in, like, the Midwest, like, you know, you try not to. I grew up in a town with a lot of frats.
Yeah.
And
Where was that?
New Paltz.
What the fuck is that?
Upstate New York.
Oh, okay.
Upstate New York. It's a college town.
Okay.
And there was like this one frat called Teak, and they were notorious for rape. Like I remember one. No, they were no they. Girls would be like, "I'm going to a Teak party." I'd be like, "No, you're fucking not." My sister almost went once. I was like, "You're not fucking going. I'm gonna fucking kill you." And my sister was like, "Okay, I won't go," because it was like you'll get raped there. And someone spray painted rape on the side of their house. And this is how stupid they were. They put a G in front of it, so it spelled grape.
Grape.
Just like, just cross it out.
Oh man.
But like, yeah, I mean, they're shitty guys. There's shitty people everywhere.
Yeah, because I got a lot of shit for like, especially with my girlfriend in particular, because we speak about like a lot of black empowerment shit and like that, and then we reviewed the new Kanye album and we loved it, and because he's fucking with Trump and shit like that. And I was just curious if I was the only person who could separate the art from the person. Like,
You can.
in the allegations. It's possible. People like,
Yeah.
I mean, you can listen to the music, right? I wouldn't go to a concert.
Nah,
anymore,
fuck
right?
no.
I wouldn't go
Well,
there.
fucking Brandy Love's a porn star and she loves Trump. I'm still gonna fucking glaze my knuckles to her. You know, I'm not gonna stop.
fucking
that?
Mia Khalifa too, I think, right? Didn't she
Probably a lot of them are probably fucking. I don't know.
Who are these, porn stars?
Yeah, Brandy Love's just like a milfy one that I like.
Who gives a shit what fucking porn stars stink? I don't give a fuck.
Well, no, some of them are like fuck Trump, and some of them are like I like Trump. It's everybody's different. I mean, the thing is, like Louis C.K., like you were saying before, I still think he's a funny motherfucker. I try to find people. I'm like, do you still like Louis C.K.? And they're like, yeah. And
I will
I'm
go
like,
see
I'll
Louis
show.
C.K.
I will go see him again too.
He just jerked off a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what? You know, he did it. My theory is that he has a problem with jerking off. And he has an hour. Every day at that hour he jerks off. And these women happen to be in the hotel room at this hour.
Right.
No,
And he's sick.
he abused his power, but at least
Yeah, that's fucked up.
He
Yeah,
didn't have sex.
He wasn't. He didn't
masturbated.
attack him. He apologized to these ladies, and I think they weren't that upset at him. I mean, they were. Of course, they had to say it
Yeah.
just to make sure that he doesn't do it again.
I heard no. I
I
heard.
think it was really the public opinion of everyone, like everyone's opinion getting into the situation. I feel that's kind of what blew it up.
Right, but it was also a
Yes.
wave of that shit going
Yeah.
on. So if you were coming out that day, if you were coming out that time, like when everybody was getting busted,
Yeah.
you fucked.
Yeah. Any little thing, pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, Doug Stanhope, his whole thing when I saw him, he was talking about the Me Too movement, and he's like, dude, he took pictures and put it on Twitter of him taking his dick out in front of Sarah Silverman. he goes, I took my dick out in front of Louis C.K. and I still can't get Me Too'd. He's saying he goes, I wonder why. It's because nobody wants to fucking admit that there's nothing. Doug Stanhope's not that popular. You know what I'm saying? And he's also
Not that famous. There's nothing to gain.
yeah,
from-
there's
from-
nothing to
from
gain
ratting him
from
out.
it.
So only popular people are getting Me Too, basically. Like,
Look at that.
Well, that's the
look at
theory.
it.
Yeah.
who's next? Brad Pitt, Leo,
Somebody else.
Leonardo DiCaprio.
One of my.
Damn, yo.
Any man that has money better be careful.
Yeah, you guys listen to sports radio at all?
Nah, not really.
Not a lot. No.
I listen to the WFA, the fan, and my favorite guy is Joe Beningo. He just got called out because they say that he forced or he tried to convince his chick to have a threesome with his wife, and I'm thinking that's freaking crazy. But for like asking this lady, like harassing her, I guess asking her all the time. I don't know if he was fucking actually did it or I don't know exactly what he did, but I'm kind of proud of the guy. I didn't think he had it in him, like for a threesome. I didn't think he was a threesome guy.
Well, you think he had the
I'm
stamina?
impressed. I'm impressed. I'm impressed that he had, like, wow, this guy is actually doing something for himself. I don't know.
He didn't have that look.
Yeah, he doesn't know. He looks like a gargoyle, but
I think it's just. Sorry, go ahead.
no. I just I don't know what's gonna happen. This just came out last week, so I think on Thursday it came out. So I don't know what's gonna happen with this guy. He was on vacation, so.
It's very different now. It's like, I think back in the day, if you asked a girl out and she said no, and you just kept asking her out, then eventually she'll go, okay. And then, like, who knows? Maybe it was meant to be. And, like, the guy's like, I fucking wanted you.
Yeah.
But now you can't do that. It's like, you're harassing me. And it's just like, yeah. I mean, I get it if a girl goes, dude, seriously, fucking stop doing that. Like,
Right.
But also just get some dudes to beat him up. You're a chick.
A lot of people are just like scared to even approach women because they don't know what's really gonna offend them, what's gonna take them off.
Right.
Yeah, it sucks, but I understand it at the same time.
Yeah, but
A lot of guys fucking up for like so many other guys. Like some guys are like ridiculously aggressive.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Those bad experiences like travel with you.
Those are the guys that fuck everything else for everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I know, yeah.
They don't know how to approach a woman, and then they say something stupid, you know, and they fucks up. The real victim here is casual sex. That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Casual sex is
Yes.
suffering. Casual sex is going to suffer. You know, just going up to a woman in a bar and telling her, you know, you're sexy or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you know, going like that. You know how you hanging out in a bar and you make eye contact with this woman and you know it. Once you make that eye contact, you know it. You know
you have that in.
Yeah.
You have the foot through the front door.
Yeah. So you have to go and you have to try. I don't know.
I've never had a one night stand ever in my life.
Oh my god!
And honestly, with this Me Too
actually-
shit, I'm more fearful of that because you never know what could come out if I get more popping. You know what I mean?
I don't think I really have either, to be honest.
What the
Yeah,
hell?
bro.
Because I have repeat customers.
I was a
that's
They're all
Professional.
first of all, they're always gonna come back. First of all,
I have
I'm
repeat-
gonna want them too. So I've never had one.
I was gonna say it all depends on like who has feelings and stuff like that too. Yeah.
Also, if like I used, that's all I did because I had a girlfriend.
Mike was a goddamn cast.
I used to have a
Oh,
girlfriend.
yeah, let's
well, I
hear
had a
it.
girlfriend.
Oh,
I had a
shit.
girlfriend. So I was with her for 13 years, and I cheated for 12 and a half of those years.
Damn.
But it was in my 20s. It was all my 20s. I was.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
practice. You gotta
Whole
learn.
phase.
Yeah,
Whole
you
phase.
just get it out of your system.
Yeah, you have to learn.
Yeah.
You have to learn how you like, what kind of sex you like. You know, what type of chick you like.
Okay.
And so, I didn't want to lose my girlfriend. So I never took numbers. I always just met them at the club, and I had sex somewhere, you know, in the club or hotels. But you know, one night stands and never see her again. It's great stuff.
But
I feel like for go ahead.
I was gonna say like, nah, that's just really smart. You never took that in numbers because I would make that mistake. I mean, once I have a girlfriend, I don't like cheat on her or nothing like that. Like, I'm not saying I'm perfect or anything like that, but like, that is really smart though because I would have messed up like getting the number or something like that.
Right. I didn't want to do any of that.
I feel like for the average Joe though, you got to actually have a conversation and get to know this woman before you can even get in her pants, right? You can't just be like this swagger guy. Not everyone has that swagger.
So are you
Yeah.
counting?
So, like-
are you counting one night stands as like you just go to a bar and you meet somebody by chance, not like going on an OkCupid date or something like that?
No.
Oh,
Meeting
okay.
at a bar.
Because I've hooked up with kids.
Oh my god!
Oh, yeah.
Shit, the confession.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
God.
that was not good. Let's delete that.
Keep that.
No, I've hooked up with girls before. Where did I get? Was I going to say chicks? And then
Probably.
kids came out.
I don't know.
So-
Please.
I don't know. Whatever. It's fucking it's in the internet now. No, yeah, I've definitely hooked up with like chicks on like fucking OkCupid and never got a response.
That's
back.
a one night stand.
But that's when I was like, I got too fucked up, and I did not perform well, and we didn't chemically romantic. There was no fucking connection, and I kind of was just doing it because I wanted to get laid, and I don't know. I just was like, you ever like want somebody to leave so fucking bad, and you're just like, please fucking leave, and then you're just too nice, and you're like, oh no, I've actually said to girls like, yeah, I'll get you a fucking lift, and the thing is, it was one time this girl, I didn't have any money, I was unemployed, I didn't have money to get her a lift, and she had to stay over,
Oh my
God
god!
damn.
and
That's a free breakfast though. Whatever you had.
I was so unattracted to her that I just couldn't fuck
Oh
her.
man.
You could have
Nothing,
called
man.
this guy up and be like, yo, can you come just pick this girl up?
Yeah.
I could never fuck a girl I don't find attractive. I couldn't.
But
just
like, I don't
take
understand
it.
why she didn't.
You don't
leave.
drink enough.
Yeah, I don't know why she didn't
Word.
leave.
True. Where maybe
She
I'm a
should-
lightweight.
I wish she just left.
Well,
She's just
she
be honest.
left-
You gotta
she
be
probably
honest at
would've
that
freaked
point.
out.
She left in the morning, didn't say goodbye,
you're gonna have a fake fire alarm.
and never saw her ever again.
Wait, how did she leave?
She just left. Like in the morning, she got ready for
I
work.
mean, like, did she catch like a cab or
Fire
something
escape.
Oh, I don't fucking care.
like that?
She was.
I was gonna say like she could have been like just waiting around for a free cab or something like that, maybe or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. As comedians, you probably get the most pussy because you make a girl laugh. That's definitely the foot in the door.
Well, yes, I met my girl through comedy. So
Yeah, I mean,
she's a comic too?
No,
or-
no, no.
Oh.
I was doing comedy and I met her after a podcast actually. We just met.
you were hanging out with Chris DiStefano, right?
Right,
That guy's
yeah.
That guy's hilarious.
that guy's blowing up.
Yeah, we were doing a podcast together. We only did like 2 episodes, but we never kept up. Nobody ever can fucking meet up at the same fucking time.
Yeah.
We did. I don't think comics used to get laid. Now we do.
No, they used to get laid.
Yeah, but like if you've made it,
Nah, bro. I hear stories. These motherfuckers telling stories. When Seinfeld and
Yeah.
they tell stories from the comedy store. They got laid. The cocaine, bro, in the 80s.
yeah.
Everybody
Also,
got
there's
laid.
certain girls that just like comics. They just think they just like comedy and like
And confidence. You controlling that stage, controlling that crowd, that's nothing.
Yeah.
comedy is the only art form really where a groupie can just fucking do it also. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
Like,
yeah.
That's why I see a lot of girls doing stand-up. I'm like, are you sure you're just not a fucking groupie that just got on stage? Because you're not that funny. But like, because a girl is a groupie and like for a band, she has to learn a fucking instrument, meet a bunch of other fucking people, and then be able to do it. You can literally sign up and just do it.
This conversation has me thinking about something else. But you just wanted the girl to leave, like you weren't really into her. Is there such thing as bad pussy or just bad sex?
Bad sex.
Because I don't think bad
Well,
pussy
there's also
exists.
bad pussy.
Cause-
pussy's beautiful, right?
Yeah.
No, there's ugly pussy out there, man.
Well,
There's-
not in terms of looks, in terms of feeling. It's all gonna feel the same, at least if it's a little bit wet. I mean, if it's a little tight, whatever. But I think how it feels is dependent on how we perform and how if they're into it. So I don't think necessarily there's anything such thing as bad pussy, just bad sex.
I don't know. Sometimes there's ugly ones out there. It's like
Yeah,
you're
I've
looking
seen
in the face
some-
of predator. Like a fucking predator mouth. It's like you're scared to put your dick in there.
I'm just talking about feeling mostly, in terms, not looks. Really.
I get you. Yeah, you know what? I'll say just once where a woman, she was pretty, she was thin, but she had like a fat girl's pussy. Like, well, how does that? It was just threw me off. Like I couldn't, it was just,
Yeah, the
Yeah.
deli
weird.
meat. The deli meat.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
It
was
just a
I
weird
was
thing.
watching a show once, and this girl comic was talking about how nasty balls are, and I get it, I guess, but I was just like, I just thought about it. I was like, a vagina is just a stinky hole.
It's very true.
Yeah.
And so like it's they look nasty sometimes too, and there's some stinky ones, and it sucks because I never try to make a girl feel bad. Like I've tasted some before, but I'm like, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah, if I've an ex of mine, I was eating her out and it just smelled so bad. I just
Oh,
had to
man.
stop.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not putting myself through that for you. Like,
Yeah.
You guys are fucking troopers, man. If I smell a little something,
Yeah, I'm not going in there. Yeah, I'm not going down there.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure you had some smelly pussy though. And
No,
just
no.
went through it.
I actually lost my virginity to some like smelly pussy. I didn't eat her out, but like I was a virgin. I didn't know any better, and I just assumed all girls kind of smell that way, like
Right.
when they get wet and stuff like that. And I'm just doing my thing, and I think maybe a few years later, I think I was describing it or something like that to some people, and they was like, "Yo, it sounds like you had some bad pussy. Like if it smells or something like
See,
that."
this is the difference between young pussy and older pussy. Older
smell
pussy
like
is
fish.
older pussy is they take care of the pussy. Like they learn
Season.
Yes.
they learn how to clean that stuff. It's trimmed. It's shiny sometimes. It's fucking. They keep it nice. Like young ladies,
They
they have to learn. They have to learn how to wash their fucking vaginas, just like dudes do. Some dudes need to learn how to fucking wash their dicks. Like I had to learn. My mom just made sure that you wash your dick. Make sure you wash your dick. I'm not circumcised, so you have to wash it. You have to wash it. You can't fuck around.
I only mess with girls my age or older because I just find them to be. Young girls. I can't.
How old are you?
32.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
I've
I
always
don't
thought about that
I don't
too.
go lower than 27. I think.
Get the fuck out of here.
Dude, I had a dream
If a
last
girl
night. This
is-
is so fucking strange. I had a dream last night where some girl was hitting on me, and I went, "How old are you?" And she goes, 18. I went, "Ugh," and I walked away.
All right, 18 is different.
18,
Yeah.
Because she don't know how to
18.
fuck. She don't
Yeah.
know anything about her body. She don't know about herself. like,
Exactly.
Neither does a 21 motherfucker year old.
Nah.
22.
They're the way these chicks in porn be at, like be moving, like these chicks are like 21, 22.
You see, but this is where men fall into
The trap.
a trap, because this is exactly what women are fighting about, pissed off about. Because men, we learn through porn, we think that that's the way that women like to fuck,
Yeah.
and that's
Those
where
are special soldiers.
Yeah.
right.
Those
Those are
are-
that's like clergy.
The
They're
anomalies.
clergy. Yeah.
Those are women that really, really enjoy. They're fucking kinky as fuck. And to get into porn, you got to be kind of kinky in the first place.
Yeah.
Is it true you have to actually?
You gotta be molested.
Is it true as a guy if you got to fuck another guy to get into porn, like to let you in?
No, it's not true.
Oh, okay.
I read about
that
it.
probably wasn't. Yeah.
I feel like I heard that from you.
Yeah,
actually.
I think because I heard it from somebody else who lives in Florida, and they said a friend of theirs had to like. I think I had to get their dick sucked by like a guy or something like that.
He got played.
He got played.
Everybody does this. No.
That's what he said to me. He's like, no, everybody does.
Yeah.
I was like, I think you just like getting your dick sucked by guys, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Yep.
I actually.
They make more money though. The dudes, fucking dudes. They make as much as women.
Well,
do.
dude, if you there's a guy named John.
I mean,
guys who
give
fuck
it to 'em,
girls
yeah.
in porn don't make as much money.
No, they don't.
As the dudes who fuck each other.
No,
I can see that.
yeah, because nobody wants to. I mean, Johnny
nobody wants
Sins.
to do it.
Johnny Sins is a male porn star, and when I ever see him, I'm like, that's the definition of happiness. Because he just has sex. He has threesomes all the time with super hot chicks, and he just has this smile where I'm like, he's happy.
He's having fun.
Like he put his face in the dictionary underneath happiness, just like him smiling. It's like he's a happy person.
Johnny Sins.
Johnny Sins, and he was talking about how he got into porn, and it's really interesting to listen to because he's a fucking guy, and he was like, I'm gonna try this out, and he lived in Pennsylvania, I think, and he moved to L.A. and he said he was nervous as fuck, and they all take like Vicodin, Viagra before they start because they're so nervous. I'm not gonna be able to get it up. That's the most terrifying thing. Right. And they all. I saw other porn stars say you don't have to do gay porn, but you do start doing like gangbang porn in the beginning, not, like just a bunch of dudes with a girl. That's like the open mics of porn. You got to start off, and then if like they'll watch you and notice you, if you can like bust on demand, then they'll be like, okay, that guy's good.
I wouldn't be able to like.
You got to learn how to do that.
I wouldn't be able to hold it the nut like as I'm like fucking her like for the last like cum shot scene. I wouldn't be able to hold it in that long for her to adjust herself. That's like it's going everywhere. Like
I like to be first too. If I'm gonna be in doing, I go
gang.
first, and I'll come and I'll say goodbye.
like I prefer to get the girl off first, just in case if I don't come, she's satisfied. I don't have to hear about it the next day.
Well, in a gangbang, it's
Yeah,
a different.
the
scenario.
I was gonna say
gangbang.
yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna
gangbang.
say yeah in the gangbang. Like
Oh.
I'm just worried about like, all right, you waiting for that guy to be finished and whatnot. I don't want to lose my boner and like hear the guy going like, oh yeah, it's so good. I'm like, you fucking bastard, hurry up and fucking finish. Like,
I fucking don't like when a girl doesn't come before me. It fucks with me.
Yeah.
And I won't come. I'll
You-
be like, I'm not coming.
You ever fake a nut? Like you just
Yeah.
you fucking for so long, you just like I'm over it.
Yeah.
yeah.
I faked that I didn't come
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
because it was so super early.
Oh.
How the fuck do you keep fucking?
I can't.
How did she
dude,
not notice?
This night was ridiculous. I was so drunk and I almost had a threesome, and then the girl, one of them liked me, and she was like, I don't want to share you with my friend. And I was just like, best friends share. And then she went, okay.
Nice.
And then the girl passed out. So I was trying to have sex with her. I just couldn't. I was too drunk. And then
With the
like,
non-passed out girl.
Yes, it's the live one.
Yeah, word. Nice save.
And soon as like hours, then finally I sobered up a little bit, and I was so turned on that it was like, and then I was like, oh yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen.
Oh
And
man.
then I just fucking, that was embarrassing.
Have
But
y'all-
now I don't give a fuck anymore if I come fast because I'm like, I've shown you my work.
as you get older, I feel like that's just what happens. Like you just because I come faster.
No,
I think I'm
no,
taking- I'm taking
I think
longer.
you learn how to pace yourself there. You know, you learn a stroke.
You guys do Kegels? I'm
try once in a
serious.
while. I try
I'm
once in a
serious.
while.
You sit here and you go like
I
this.
try, yeah.
You do the muscle that cuts off the pee.
Yeah.
You just squeeze it, and
Yeah.
I'm telling you, that will save
Maybe
your fucking ass.
subconsciously.
Dude, that will save your fucking ass during like an amazing blowjob or something like that. Like you'll be like this, fuck, and you'll just like hold it in, and then I've saved myself plenty of times, but like it can be tricky because you could be squeezing it because you were trying to hold it in, and then all of a sudden you let it go for a second,
And
and
it
then
just
all
comes
the
out.
cum
Yeah.
just shoots up, and you're like shit.
Yeah.
I usually just switch positions or something like that if I can't hold.
You
it.
could do that.
Yeah, on top is really hard to control.
Yeah.
Missionary is the easiest.
Yeah.
Doggy style feels way too fucking good.
Yeah.
Especially the fat of their ass, the fat of their ass. Like, yeah,
I
man.
know.
Strictly fun.
I feel like getting bad head is more disappointing than bad pussy.
I don't even like it. It just,
I agree with you on that.
Right? Because
I think so. Yeah.
Like, get out of here.
I feel like we kind of, in a low key, we kind of all have a more appreciation for good head than good pussy. Because I mean, for the most part, at least from my experience, it feels kind of similarly, depending on like how tight it is and how wet it is. But bad head is just disappointing.
It's just annoying.
Yeah, I think for me, like, for me, like, I think just growing up, I've always like gotten bad blowjobs and stuff like that. Because I think I eventually caught on. I was like, you have to ask a girl, I guess, to go down on you. Most likely, she won't be that great at it.
I've had
Correct.
I've been getting blowjobs from girls, and they're doing everything right except one little thing, and I'm like, what is it? I have to like figure it out in my head if I like see her next time. And it was recent. Like I was like, don't grab. She was blowing me, but she was grabbing like near the base of the penis and jerking off. I'm like,
I can't stand when girls
I'm like,
jerk
dude.
me
I'm like,
off.
dude. I'm like, dude.
stand
I'm
that
like, dude.
shit.
You're pulling my face skin down. Like you're fucking. So I just said, move up a little bit, and then I fucking came in 2 seconds, and then she went, oh, okay, and I went, yeah. A lot of girls think you grab by the base. No, don't do that.
If it's not a relationship, I don't want to have to train you to fucking give me how to do it.
A good hand job.
Come with experience.
Yeah, a good hand job it's good to hold the base and jerk off. But no, because you're not jerking off you're holding it steady.
I don't like women just fucking. They're just so sloppy with the dick.
Yeah,
With the
I don't like
hands. They
it
don't
either.
Some girls know what they're doing.
No one's ever going to give me a better hand job than me. Like,
Exactly.
Right.
So don't even
Thank
try.
you.
Like,
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't know.
Some girls know that if you go to a Asian rub and tug place, they know what they're doing.
I was gonna say, yeah, they probably know.
They know how to jerk me off better than me.
We're gonna get off this porn shit in a second, but have y'all like ever tried to watch porn with your girl?
Yes.
Yeah.
And how do you ask? You just be like, "Come here, let's do it."
Want to watch porn?
That's it.
Yeah.
And what's your point of choice?
I try to find. There's porn actually designed for couples to watch. We were talking about it in our last podcast. It's like there's no script. It's just like they get together and they kind of like, and
I kind of like the script ones a little bit.
yeah, I think women fucking hate that shit because it's like, do you want some sausage on your pizza? You know, like women are like, this is so stupid. You know,
I like the build up.
yeah, okay. Well, I think this is what I've seen is like they get together and they start making out and it's really like nice.
Yeah.
And you're like, okay, I could watch this with my girl. And I did watch it with a girl and she was like, yeah, that was really fucking hot because it was porn made for couples.
Gotcha.
If porn made for dudes, like it's POV. It's obviously for a fucking dude. You're gonna watch POV porn with your girl. That's stupid as shit.
Yeah, she can't watch what I watch. Like I watch women wrestling. women wrestle each other.
Yeah.
And the winner fucks the loser. That's my thing.
I've seen some weird boxing shit. They all oiled up and fucking. It was weird. I don't really like girl on girl porn, but it was just interesting to watch.
That's
it was
all
a
I
nice
watch.
story.
That's all I watch.
Yeah, I don't watch girl on girl porn that much either.
That's all I
I
watch.
can't relate.
Say that, yeah.
I can relate.
I like
I can
it.
relate. It's all pussy. That's all I can relate to pussy.
I think it's sexy as fuck when
Yeah.
women get together.
Yeah, they mistreat each other, smack each other around.
Yeah.
And especially too if they're not lesbians. I'm like, yo, that's pretty sexy. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I've had one threesome in my life, and they were cousins, so like I didn't really get the real
Whoa.
threesome effect. Yeah, I was 21, working at Staples, somehow finessed it.
Wow.
Yeah,
They were cousins.
yeah.
Did they touch each other?
Yeah, sucked each other's boobs, all that, kiss each other.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was dope.
That's
For a
incredible.
21-year-old, that was dope.
Yeah, for anybody.
Came fast as hell though.
Incest is not just for white people anymore.
They were Dominican.
Oh
Wow.
shit.
Yeah.
Loving cousins.
Word. So back to y'all comedic careers. Do y'all do like a lot of shows, or do you practice at home, or how do y'all like? What do y'all really do with your?
Well, we open mics and some shows. I haven't done a show in a little bit, probably like a month. I think I'm gonna have one next month also. Yeah, August.
What's like the hardest part?
Trying to produce a
for-
show. The hardest part?
Yeah.
Producing a show. is
Getting
fuck- I
on
hate
shows.
it.
It's just finding the right fucking show. Producing a show sucks because first you want to perform on the show, your own show, and the headaches that come with booking other comics and the waiting for people to show up, like the day of. You're worried about people having asses and seats, and you can't really focus on your material. Like you don't want to think about anything else but doing your fucking jokes. But
You're absolutely right.
but waiting for the fucking the place to get filled up, it's fucking It kills.
I
It
never do.
sucks.
I never do well when I'm producing a show.
It's just
There's
horrible.
something about it, and then you bring all your fucking friends, and they're like, "Oh, he's not funny."
Yeah.
You're just like, I'm not in the mood.
It's
like
hard.
I would rather not go up. I kind of don't want to go up when I
You
produce.
gotta
a show.
host it. You have to host. You have to.
You kind of have
gotta
to
You have
host,
to host
yeah.
it. It's your show. You brought these people over. You host, and you better this way you don't have to worry. You can work with the crowd.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Because they're never gonna not see the host. I feel like it's like if you're going through like different sets with a lot of other comedians, it's only a certain amount of time, but they're gonna see the host all night.
Right.
So I don't know. Wouldn't that just make more sense? I feel, or if that would make more sense, just try to be a host.
Just to host.
Yeah.
Well, some
If
people.
you're producing the show, yeah.
Some people are great hosts. I'm not a good host.
I'm not a good host. I don't like hosting.
Hosting can't be like it's hard. Like it's hard to just, like I'm kind of like dirty and raunchy a little bit, so it's really hard to just be like. I mean, it's kind of. I don't know.
You can set the.
I know you could set
pace.
you could set that pace
yeah.
immediately, but you got to fucking do it. Like you got to be confident with it,
Right.
because you're gonna start off dirty, and or like fucking raunchy and shit. Like people got to be on board with you, so you got to get them on board. Dude, I've hosted before where they fucking hated me, and they liked all the comics, but like every single time I went up, it was dead silence. You have to go up a bunch of fucking times.
Yeah.
And you hate it. And you're like, I don't want to go up anymore. They hate me.
You know, the mistake.
They fucking hate you. For the rest of the night, they hate
Yeah.
you.
The mistake I did was every time, I did my first, did 10 minutes up front, and then I introduced everybody. But every time in between comics, I'll be in the back in the green room and we're drinking. So every time I came back, I was a little more drunk. So I cannot do that. That's one thing I learned. But it's. I want to say it's a different muscle when you host. It's different. It's a different style of comedy when you of hosting and performing. You know,
You got to keep the crowd happy. You got to
Yeah.
keep them going.
Yeah.
Like I'll see a lot of hosts. If a comic kills, don't ever go on and do material. Keep it going. Get the motherfucking next comic on.
Yeah.
Because if they do that, you're killing the pace. And
you gotta let the keep the room hot for the next comic. So you don't want to kill that fucking the high. You know, you want to level it out a little bit.
Yeah.
But you don't want to fucking just bring it down with a fucking shitty joke. You know, that doesn't fucking hit, and then now the next comic has to fucking bring them back up again.
well, it's the host's job is to when you fucking bomb, he's got to fucking get you guys laughing again, and that sometimes is hard.
So is that harder than coming after someone who kills it? Like coming after someone who's worse?
I'm actually excited when somebody kills it.
Yeah,
okay.
some comedians don't. I hear that a lot. I don't. I like, like you said, I don't
They're
mind
warmed
that.
up, motherfucker.
Fucking,
Yeah,
use that.
Yeah, you're fucking warmed up. It's
People-
gonna be easy.
That energy, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of comics are so fucking self-conscious, and we're not confident. A lot of people they may seem confident, but they're not. You know, deep down they're really not. And
We were just talking about that, yeah.
Very
Before we
true.
yeah,
started.
they're very not. And then when they see somebody killing, you see them fucking sweating in the back, like
Pacing
fuck,
back and
yeah.
forth. Yeah, they're like, oh shit.
I don't mind. I like that. I actually like.
Yeah.
It should bring up your game. If somebody kills you should fucking want to
I'm ready to.
get up to that level.
And
also.
they're more likely to accept anything. They want to laugh. And when they're in the fucking mood like that, you can go out there and just be fucking bam, hit them really hard. And
You can't come in too excited either. You can't come in as a comic coming up next. You can't come in too excited with that. Oh, and then like you can't. You gotta settle down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta keep your game plan. You know, you could still don't fucking get too excited.
Also, you
over the
just you
crowd.
can't. It's kind of like a thing where you can't back down. It's really like if you're bombing, you can't just be like, oh, you can't make them try to like you. Like I remember one time at a show, I was like, this crowd sucks. I said it
You
straight
said
up,
it?
You
and
said
then,
it? You
like,
said-
yeah, and I fucking like basically lost them. But
I wouldn't
they
say
didn't.
that.
They didn't like him anyway. They didn't like me anyway.
I would never say that.
You know what? That was respect to the comics in the back of the room because they were like, "This crowd fucking sucks." I was like, "I'm gonna fucking say it." And I was like, "This
Yeah.
crowd
I
sucks."
don't
And the
believe the
comic,
crowd was-
well, because
I-
the comics were dying laughing that I said that. Sometimes you just do it for your fucking
for your
comic
friends, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the crowd did suck, and no comics saying it, and you're like, "Wow, this crowd sucks." And
If
I've
they
actually,
paid. You can't fucking tell.
dude,
they
I
fucking-
actually had one show where I was supposed to get a video, and the crowd was fucking garbage, and I went, oh boy, I am not going to use this video. And I turned around and started staring at the ceiling, and then they started laughing more because they knew they were being shitty. And then in the beginning, the host was like, dude, we're trying to get videos for people to submit to festivals, but you got to laugh. And they weren't doing it. And I kind of was like, yo, you guys fucking suck. And I just didn't give a fuck after that. And like, then I started to do well because I just didn't care. I was just like, whenever I have to be proper or I'm making a video for something like that, I never like my set because I feel like I can't be myself. I have to be like a robot and be like joke after
I
joke.
fucking hate it. Yeah.
I like to talk to the crowd.
That insert joke here is so annoying. You can easily tell who the trying are.
Yeah, that's something it goes away as the more experience you get. I think it sucks though. It really, yeah. I do the same fucking thing when there's a fucking I'm getting a video. It's just like fucking and nothing, no in between, no relaxing. But it's my own fault, you know. Mm-hmm. It's my own fault for not doing it. Yeah, and just more experience will get it.
Damn, you could tell we're pros right now because you guys make this stuff sound really easy and stuff like that.
No,
right. We're not pros. Yeah, thank you.
Once you get on it, it's
you kind of broke it down to like a science a little bit.
Yeah, unless you're hosting it, like then that's what I guess.
Joke writing is a science. Like I try to explain to people that I think it's like a recipe. Okay, you just take all these ingredients, and when it hits your tongue, it makes your brain go, "That fucking tastes good." A joke has all these different aspects to it that like it hits your fucking brain, and you go, "Wow, it's fucking hilarious." And sometimes it's the last word of the sentence is a funny word. This is a secret, but apparently hard consonants are funny. Like
K.
Like all the bad ones are funny, obviously.
Yeah,
but
sure.
like, remember when Dave Chappelle did that skit?
Pussy.
No. He's making fun of the 8th Mile, Eminem, and he was going jokes on stage, and then he goes spaghetti, and I was dying laughing, and I was going, why is that funny? And I was like, spaghetti is a fucking hilarious word.
If you think about it, the way it's spelled,
it's spaghetti.
Spaghetti.
Like sandwich is funny. Patrice O'Neal has a joke where he was talking about it on Comedy Central, a Tough Crowd. He was saying that the punchline was too. I can't say the word. What do you?
The N-word?
Two brothers?
Which one?
Two brothers. I'll say two motherfuckers.
niggas.
Yeah. He goes, the punchline was two motherfuckers in a Buick. And the way Buick, and they bleeped out Buick from his special because they didn't want, because he wasn't allowed to say Buick because of the company.
Brand, yeah.
It ruined the joke.
That's funny.
Right.
It ruined the joke because Buick was the punchline. It was a really important part. It's like eating a sandwich with no meat in it. It's like that was the most important. It was one of the most important parts. Because you have the idea and you're flowing with the comedian, and when he says, and sometimes he goes da 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 da, and then just the way he says it is really good. I don't know.
Like a joke, when you first think of a joke, right? The premise. So you have first, like I don't know what I come up with. Sometimes the joke comes first, like the punchline comes first. Like I see something, okay, I got
you
it.
write backwards.
Yeah,
right?
and you're right, exactly. You write backwards. So now the joke is like 4 sentences long. So now, in the course of a couple of rewrites, then it becomes 2 sentences. You know, you have to just erase. You keep reading it, and then you don't need that, and you get a better word to replace that one, and you get the funny word. You know what I'm saying? It's just like this joke needs 5 words before the punchline, and that works. You know, it's pretty fucking nuts.
Working backwards is easier than just.
I know it depends.
Building the story.
It depends on how the burst, the idea comes in. Like, you know, for me, I just get a flash. Okay, I laugh at myself, and I remember to just write it down, and then I work from there. I just either add words or take words out. My brain is a mess though, but
sometimes you just can't figure out. Like I've written a joke, and I couldn't make it work for fucking 2 years. And I was on stage, and I said something else, and it worked. And I was like, and that's why you always record your sets, because you go, what the fuck did I say? It was one little line that made the people understand the premise more.
Yep.
And then they were on board with you. One fucking little line. 2 years,
That's
dude.
Dope.
2 years.
Well, not dope, but dope that you got it.
Yeah. But
that's stressful up to that point.
2 years of 2 years of just not being able to get this joke to work. You're like, why the fuck won't it work?
What was the joke?
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it was basically about. Okay, I'll say it. It was about. There was a point where I said there was a guy on a bus, and he was complaining about how his knee gave out, and he wanted to. If it wasn't for his knee, he'd been playing pro football. And the punchline was like, "Dude, you were never gonna make it. You belong on this bus with me." But in my mind, I had been on the bus, so no one got it. Like you guys don't, or like what?
Yeah, I kind of. Now that you mentioned it was you on the bus.
So then I started making fun of how, only poor people ride buses, and people got it, and then like, okay, so they go, yeah, he belongs in this bus with me. He was always going to be poor. His knee gave out. So that's
actually really good.
Yeah.
That's actually
so
really
that's
good.
what it took 2 years, and I think I remember Troy Allen was in the crowd. This good comic. He's gonna do shit, and I said my shit, and I was like, yeah, bus is basically just a container of poor people on wheels, and then Troy Allen was dying in the back, and I went. And then you're never gonna make it. You belong in this bus with me, and it worked. And I went, that's why it works,
Right?
Because everyone's on board with you. How fucking miserable buses are.
So you had that joke for 2 years before fucking you got. I have this
Dude,
joke
2 years,
forever.
it was so bothering the shit out of me.
I think I did this joke before I even started doing comedy. It's 10 years in, and I still can't make it fucking funny.
What is it?
It's where
Is it a fucking Shakespeare joke?
no
Okay.
no that works.
Yeah.
I gotta hear that next.
No,
Oh my god.
it's about how athletes help after disasters, but it's never the right athlete. You know what I'm saying? Like it's always like basketball players or baseball players when they go down to like after Katrina, like they go down there and you see them with their brand new tools and they can't even hold a hammer. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like why isn't the right athlete going like the people from the strongman competition? Never like how come they don't go out there? They're like these motherfuckers are built. This is what they do. They fucking. You ever see the strongman competition?
Yeah.
They fucking throw. This is what they pick up huge rocks. They pick up cars.
Yeah.
Why don't they volunteer for this?
It's a
fucking,
good point.
Yeah, it's
That's a
premise.
very good point.
Yeah, it's a premise. It's always been a premise, and I cannot fucking. I have to.
See, yeah.
I have to lock myself
the
in a
premise.
room.
You got the See, it also took you a long time to get to the premise. I
Right.
think. So you
Yeah.
gotta edit it.
Bro. I've been
Yeah.
fucking taking words out, adding. I don't know.
I guess only televised athletes have empathy.
Bro, it's just it's
Like-
been
Yeah.
every time I try that joke and I think I got it. No.
I'm curious about this though. Our podcast thrives off topics. If nothing's going on in the world, we could go back and forth for like 30 minutes, but the extra 30 minutes adds to the topics of shit's going on in the world.
Right.
Okay.
So would you guys say like life is the biggest like motivator, inspirator to like write the jokes, or like
Yeah, life, man.
do you pull from like personal stories in your sets, or
I used to write
do
on
you make stuff up?
I used to write on Twitter. It was like my thing when I first started. I'm just a guy. Life is funny. Like
I like that.
Yeah,
I like that.
I'm not fucking hilarious. I don't think I am. I just look at stuff. George Carlin said it the best. It's like when you're born in America, when you're born, you're given tickets to the freak show. And when you're born in America, you're given front row seats. And some of these people have notebooks and they write it down.
Right.
It's the job of the comedian to be like, I wrote this thing in this book that I'm trying to write where there's a DJ in McDonald's. I forget, it's like Midtown or something.
Downtown Manhattan.
Yeah. And everyone is just like sitting there, and it's the job of the comedian to be like, this is stupid. And everyone goes, yeah, it is stupid. But they keep doing it. I think that's what comics do. We go, that's dumb. And then everyone goes, yeah, that is stupid, huh? But we're going to keep doing it anyway.
Yeah,
because
people-
why? Because people are crazy.
Yeah.
It's what people are thinking. People are thinking it as they're walking in the streets, but we're part of it. We're also thinking about it, but then we put our point of view and our spin on it.
Mm-hmm.
We see somebody get hit by a car. You know, people say, "Oh, that's fucking horrible." That bike messenger got hit by a car, and I'm the only one laughing because. Of course he got hit by a car. He's going the opposite way. That motherfucker is a stupid motherfucker. That guy he's wrong. You know?
Yeah, Lucy Steiner, she's a great comic. She said we're hedonists. We try to find pleasure in everything. And sometimes life is fucking garbage, man. And you just gotta like laugh. You gotta really laugh. And like, also like, I have a really hard problem with not laughing when something like serious is going on and everyone's like freaking out. I'm just like, I get in trouble all the time.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
People
especially in
understand that.
school. Oh my god, I got so much trouble.
I'm guilty of that as well. Because
Like,
I
it's
just
not
don't know
funny,
what to
Caleb.
do.
Yeah.
And when people cry too, like especially grown men, I'm
Oh,
always
this guy's
laughing.
the worst.
man.
yo.
I'm always laughing when someone's crying.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. I see. Women, I don't know what the fuck is what's wrong with this city. I don't know if they just found out somebody just died in their family, but I walk people. There's always like women crying, like with their makeup's all fucking ruined, and I'm like, I laugh, I smile. You know, I don't know what the fuck her problems are, but you know,
Did
did the city take another one? You know,
This dude was about to commit suicide on the tracks. It was a video.
I saw that, yeah.
And just a bunch of New Yorkers just clowning him.
hey,
Like,
stupid, get the
stupid
fuck out.
fuck,
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
that's
that guy-
funny. Yeah. Like,
Yeah.
I used to do a bit about this. I fucking hate when people kill themselves on using the train because you're ruining a bunch of other people's day. And it's like, okay, I get it. You're killing yourself because you didn't have any friends. Well, now they even hate you after you're dead.
Right.
Hell yeah.
It hasn't changed. Yeah.
I fucking,
Now it's even worse.
They're on the train. One of your friends is on the
I
train.
fucking hate you. There was a guy there was one night where a guy killed himself on the train. Everybody, it was Friday night or something like that. Nobody could get into Queens, and my girlfriend lived in Queens at the time, Astoria, and I had to spend like a bunch of money on a cab. I was like, you dick, you couldn't just do it at home in a bathtub. Like,
They go do that shit in private.
yeah.
So you rather than jump off buildings?
Yeah, I don't fuck.
Yeah.
Well, no, the thing is, they might land on somebody and kill them. So just fucking, if you're gonna kill yourself,
What is that choice? I mean, how do you
don't
make
do
a choice? How do you make a choice about how do I kill myself? Like you have to go. You make a list. Electrocution, maybe. Hanging.
They probably
Whatever's
think-
the quickest.
Yeah,
probably.
the quickest. Like
Right, the less
whatever.
painful.
Yeah.
Pills has got to be the best.
Well, some people do survive.
you die half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Well, some people do survive it, so they go like, "Oh, what's the next thing? Oh, this one, jump off the building." Oh, but they don't think like I might.
My poor little sister. She's like 18. She's had 2 of her friends fucking kill themselves.
Fuck.
You know what was really creepy? They found one of the girls hanging in her clubhouse, like the treehouse. That's
Oh.
the scariest. That's
creepy.
the saddest fucking thing. But like, that's where she wanted to do it.
Yeah, that's.
But like,
Damn.
and I had to message my sister and be like, "Are you okay? Like, that's insane."
Yeah.
I had my other brother too. His friend from school fucking hung himself, and I think it was because, I mean, with a lot of shit is like growing up a Christian, you feel like he was probably gay or something like that, and he killed himself because being gay is wrong. You know, that's what we were taught. So a lot of those kids fucking kill themselves.
Do you guys
South
ever
Park
go
had an
through like
episode about
the?
that. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
My bad. Do you guys ever go through like the waves of depression, anxiety?
Oh, I'm in one right now, man.
Are you?
Yeah, I'm drinking a lot.
Vents it out. What's up, man?
No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. No, it's just alcohol actually doesn't really help. It's a depressant, and it makes me. It takes like 2 or 3 days afterwards. I'm just kind of like, this, whatever. But it goes away. But if I keep drinking, like it's gonna just keep. I'm not gonna benefit. Basically, your brain takes like a week to get better after like a really heavy binge.
Yeah.
So there's like that few grace period. It's like the afterwards period where you're kind of just like depressed,
Yeah.
and you're like, I mean, like I was going through a hangover last night, and it was like I was like this must be like similar to like heroin withdrawals, because I was like fucking cold at some points, and I was just like all the bad thoughts start coming, and you're just like, I
It's
gotta
hell.
get my life together. I gotta get my life together. Like you can't
Yeah,
keep
no,
doing this.
Eventually, gotta go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gotta.
So that's what. So I was in hungover yesterday, right?
Mhm.
But I never felt that. I never felt like questioning my life. I guess that's my problem. I don't question my life.
No, because you know what you did. You
Right.
played poker and you got fucked up and you had fun.
No, even
I
before. I'm
drank-
talking about before. I'm talking
I
about
drank by
before.
myself in my apartment.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm talking about.
Like-
When I live by myself in Park Slope, when I live in Park
Yeah.
Slope, I mean, I used to get fucked up a lot. But like, and I didn't go to work. You know, I wake up at 10 o'clock in the morning, and I'm supposed to be in Con Edison at 7. Oops.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Like, but I didn't want to work. I didn't want to go to work. So, you know, I didn't feel that bad, but it felt bad because, you know, I don't want to get fired, but, you know, also don't want to go to work.
I just know.
I don't know the pressure.
I just know when I was taking that job where I worked in the morning a lot. Well, I worked in the morning. It was a morning job. I tend to just drink when I have night jobs because you just get out of work. You want to spend money. Our society's fucking consumer based.
For sure.
So like, you get out of work late, like tonight. What the fuck else is open? It's fucking bars, you know. So yeah, go socialize, have a drink or something like that. But when I was getting out of work at a normal time, I would like. I mean, I fucking hate waking up early though. I hate it. But like, yeah, when I get out,
I'm used to
if
it.
it's for
by
work,
now.
if it's for work, I hate getting up early.
Yeah,
If it's for something, if I'm going to the beach and I get up fucking
yeah, exactly.
before the birds, you know.
For that morning sex too.
So
Well,
I,
that's- well, yeah.
so I started like just not drinking as much. I would drink once a week, and it would take me like maybe a day to recover, and I'd be like, ugh, I'll do it next week, because I couldn't drink. Well, then I started drinking because of the podcast, because we were doing the podcast, and I was just drinking more, and I started to hate that job. And then I took a break, and I started microdosing mushrooms, and those are very nice. So I kind of just stuck away from the booze for a while, and I felt much better.
Are you like in the depressed phase? I remember you like kind of like in a darker phase of a few weeks ago.
It's getting a little bit better. I wouldn't say I'm in a dark place right now, but like it takes time. But right now, I'm just I don't want to sound mean about it, but like I was living with my girlfriend at the time. We're not really together no more. We're about to actually get separate apartments right now, and I'm just really waiting on that right now. I can't wait to fucking live by myself.
Yeah. It's fun.
Yeah,
it's good.
It's weird. For like the majority of like last year, I was like really in a dark place, real like depression state, and now I'm like actually really happy. Things are going my way. Like for like the stride is continuing with like this good shit happening to me, but I'm realizing like it feels weird without the depression. I'm so used to it and thriving in that. It feels like I'm missing a part of myself. Like I don't know if you guys probably can't attest to it, but it's just like. It just feels weird. I don't know. I got so used to it, conditioned to it.
Yeah, I was gonna say that could be the thing. You're just that used to it. Like, enjoy like being happy, I guess.
Yeah, and now like I'm finally like living rather versus existing and just going through the motions of life. And now I don't know. It feels like I'm missing a part of myself. Maybe I need to do some mushrooms too. Fucking.
Maybe you're just looking. No, I mean I think life gets boring, and you just like. Some people go, okay, I gotta go somewhere. I gotta go to Iceland or something. Like I think that's what I'm going through right now. I'm like. So bored of the fucking city. I need to get the fuck out of the city.
I never felt that way. I never fucking felt. Maybe I should. I don't know.
Well, you know why? Because you grew up here. This is your home.
Right.
I grew up
but
with
also in
fucking
Puerto Rico, yeah.
grass and shit. You know, I'm used to like I need to get out of the city.
Get away from people.
Dude, I just love taking a fucking drive. I really do like driving through the fucking mountains. It's fucking amazing.
Yeah, it's good. I like that. I go camping. I gotta. Camping is awesome.
I think I want to go camping.
Wyoming looks like the most peaceful place on earth. I
want to
go there.
Dope. I want to go mountain biking out there. That shit was fucking amazing.
You know what it also is too now? I think there's like this weird bubble of like social media and internet. So like you're hearing people argue all the fucking time, and it's like your parents fighting or some shit. You're just like, can you guys just please get along? And you got to really. I stopped looking at social media, but like with stand up and podcasts, you got to get in there. You got to be involved with it, and then it's just like I don't want to hear. People fighting all the fucking time over stupid shit.
Yeah.
There's so much to be outraged about. Look at our fucking president.
I know, exactly.
He gives us a reason every day. Like
I know.
Our president is literally a puppet of Russia.
He's no president. He's no president.
Whatever he is, the clown, the Cheeto.
He's a clown, yeah. The clown in chief.
Well, I did.
That's what I have Twitter for. I just fucking curse him out.
I tweet him
I tweet him out. I tweet at him every fucking day. Go fuck yourself or whatever. I just curse him out, and that's. I gotta stop doing that.
He gets that on the daily.
Yeah, I know.
Why has no one like tried to kill him yet? Like no one's tried to.
Because he's not told everybody that we need to love each other.
No, I don't want nobody. Dude, I don't want nobody to shoot him. Dude, I want him to go to jail. That's my fucking dream.
who's ever told we need to get along is fucking getting shot in the fucking head.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah. I think I'd rather see him just get stabbed. Like you're not gonna die for it, but you know that shit hurts.
Fucking JFK, man. He fucking made black people have rights, so they don't have to drink in a fucking water fountain. That dude got fucking shot. But
everyone,
that was Lyndon Johnson. He didn't get to do it. He was going for that.
Martin Luther King head blown off. Malcolm X. Patrice O'Neal said it. He goes, when Malcolm X was like, "You dirty white evil people,"
he was fine.
He was fine. Then he went over to fucking Africa.
Mecca. He went to Mecca.
Yeah, he went and he came back. Everybody's my brother. Yeah. You gotta love everybody, and they fucking killed him.
Yep.
Fucking don't. If you preach unity, you're gonna die. Basically.
Yeah.
Gandhi fucking killed. Right.
Gandhi was a piece of shit though. Then he like wasn't kind of like ain't shit with like women. Then he like.
Did he start the Me Too movement? No.
Yeah. I don't know about that. I could have heard some shit. Gandhi wasn't shit either.
I heard something bad about him. Yeah. But he would try to tell everybody to love each other. Which is fucking John Lennon was like, you gotta love each other, man, too. And he got shot. I mean, he used to beat Yoko with a fucking.
Did he? No, he
used to hit Yoko. Yeah.
She still loves his ass though. She don't care. Yo.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that he was beating. Women.
I think he was hitting Yoko.
You starting rumors, son.
Yoko's gonna pull up on you.
I'm about to say I never heard that.
Yoko's still alive, man. She gonna pull up on you.
Look it up.
I don't know. You really? Did she write give Peace a chance as she was beating him up? As he was beating him up, beating her up. I guess he was hitting her, and she was like, "Come on, give Peace a chance." No.
Did you ever see the movie In Bruges with Colin Farrell?
No.
Where he gets in a fight with he's in Belgium, and some American dude's like, "Can you stop smoking cigarettes?" And then he punches the dude in the face, and he goes, "That's for John Lennon, you Yankee fuck." It's a fucking funny movie. It's a dark comedy. It's good. It's about assassins and assassins. Yeah, and
That sounds all over.
It's a dark comedy. It's really good. I like it.
What's it called again?
In Bruges. ENBRUGE.
Got you.
One last thing in terms of like your
absolutely.
comedy, hecklers. Do you guys have gotten them? How do you deal with them? Can you work around them?
I love it.
Yeah, you just it's just like somebody will say something to you right away, like you come back and you straighten them out. You know, it depends on every situation. Every time it'll be different. You know, but it's just how fast you respond. I don't know. I don't worry about them.
The secret is just to ask them questions. They're eventually gonna fucking say something stupid, and then you can just don't ever try to like make fun of them really, because the crowd might turn on you immediately. So like just keep asking them questions like, why would you say that? And then eventually they'll say something stupid, and then everyone, if you hear the crowd be like, that's fucking dumb too, and they're on board with you, fucking make fun of that.
That's
the number one reason they do it is when they're either drunk, but I feel like they either say something like you'll say something that they disagree with and they'll get offended by it, and then they feel they need to like fire back at you.
It's usually drunk white ladies, by the way.
I believe it. Yeah,
it's drunk white ladies in the front.
There was a girl heckling the whole show.
Always offended by.
There was a girl. It was Lucy Steiner's show at the Grizzly Pear, and every comic was being really, really nice. Like, listen, can you just be quiet? And I eventually just talked to her, and I made her kind of stop, and she left because she got bored. And I said something to her about her leaving, and then she said something, and the crowd, when the crowd starts getting a little riley and drunk, and they start like yelling shit at you, and
I've been one of those guys.
Yeah. And someone in the crowd goes, "I don't think she likes you," and I was like, "I don't care. I'm not gonna fuck her anyway." and I was like, that's the kind of girl you just come in her mouth and you leave. And old people were sitting in the front, and I just sat there and I went, I know I said something super fucked up, and everyone was just dying laughing. And then I just went, so where's everybody from? And like that made everybody start laughing. And like old people were dying laughing.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, she was being so fucking annoying the whole show that like everybody liked that I was just trashed her. I think that's one of the worst things I've ever done, to be honest. I really enjoy crowd work. I really enjoy like talking with the crowd, but it doesn't really ever get to the point where I'm like, get the fuck out, like really angry.
Sometimes it's the type of show it is where.
Yes.
Like when people are hanging out at a bar, and all of a sudden they say, "Well, the music comes off, the volume goes off," and you hear somebody, "Okay, 10 minutes before the comedy show starts," and like we didn't come here for a fucking comedy show. They came here to drink, and now we got to do a comedy, and then these people don't want to fucking hear us. So sometimes I understand that. Like I as a comedian, also as an audience member, I understand that these motherfuckers are not happy that we just interrupted their fucking their flow.
Word.
And if they don't listen, like comics usually do that, where they fucking see one person there, and then it's like reverse heckling. They reverse heckle where
they're like, "What's wrong with you, dude?"
Yeah,
it's like, I didn't want
just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Do your set. Leave that person alone. Leave the fucking cat. Make them pay attention with your fucking jokes. Don't how do you say? Don't muddy the waters or whatever the fuck. Don't fucking start any, because you're not even. That guy is not bothering anybody. Just fucking do your fucking set. Look at where you are right now in a bar. These people did not expect it. Just fucking do your set. Hopefully they'll fucking laugh. That's all.
And they may not. I'm sorry. They may like the venue you're at. They may like look at it a certain way, but like we probably don't want you to come back because you get offended easily.
Right.
So,
well, remember,
you just gotta just take it.
Remember Barcord? I ran a show at Barcord for like 2 years, and it was attack of the show pretty much. You'd be like, "Hey, it's a comedy show," and sometimes it'd be packed bar, and you're just like,
I love that. Every time I went there, it was fucking fun.
But there would be dudes would go out on the back patio. They would come in for drinks, and they would just yell shit, and then they would go back. And I remember one time the bartender was taking a long time, and I was killing that night, and like I was just like, "What'd you say, dude?" And like he couldn't leave yet because he was waiting for his drink, and I just fucking destroyed him. He shouldn't have fucking done that. He shouldn't have fucking come in and said some wise ass thing and then fucking leave. And it's always a good feeling when people are too afraid to talk to you. on stage because they're like, this dude's gonna fucking destroy me. But like, I mean, it's definitely scary though when everyone's yelling and you're like, I'm losing. Like, remember the time there was those Russians? Were you there for those Russians? And
they're probably assholes.
Yeah.
they ruined my set, and they tried to grab the microphone from me during my set,
shit.
and I went, dude, what the fuck? And then they were like, and like
fucking
the
hopped
thing
up on
is,
vodka?
I'm actually kind of afraid sometimes that they will rush you and fucking try to punch you in the face. I've seen that shit before.
Like some Jerry
You fucking use the
type
court to
shit.
choke him up.
Yeah, I was at a show. I saw Andrew Schultz. These dudes from Macedonia. He did the whole night. Every comedian and the host kept going on the people from Macedonia. There's one dude. He wasn't having it. He was about to get up and fuck Schultz up, yo. And obviously didn't get to that point because I feel like a good comedian can like maybe calm him down with jokes.
That's what we know. That's what we're supposed to do.
Yeah. So I don't know if you're gonna go into me the whole night, I'm eventually get offended and be like, all right, meet me outside. When you're done with your set, meet me outside.
Yeah.
But now, if I wouldn't like do it during your like the show, ruin the show for everybody else.
I got in a fight with a whole band.
What?
How many members you take out?
We were at Auto Shrunken Head, and they were doing their set, and I guess they were upset because nobody came to see them.
Yeah.
They're from Connecticut, and we had a show afterwards, and we were very nice. We were like, hey, we have a show if you guys want to stay and like watch the show, and they were like, oh yeah, whatever, and they just turned mean, like really fucking mean. Just started heckling, and at one point they were like, dude, it's just the one guy was like, you're just talking about your penis, and we were just like, yeah, what? And we started getting like to the point where we're like, okay, if you guys don't like this, leave. Like, we're having fun right now. We don't want you here. And then fucking Troy Allen, the guy I was talking about before, he eventually got to the point where they were walking outside and the guy touched him and he slammed his head into the... I punched Troy Allen in the head by accident. My own comic.
Oh, you guys... wait, Troy Allen was in the actual altercation? There was a fucking beef?
He pinned the dude's face against the wall.
He's a big
punched
fucker.
him, yeah, and he's a fucking personal trainer. And his dad was a pedophile, so he's got all that anger.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like, I was punching the dude in the face, and some other dude came up and started. It was like hockey, where we grabbed each other and we just started fucking wham.
Oh, man, I wish I was
Fucking
there.
Adele Alizade
Sounds fucking awesome.
ran and headbutted somebody, and like and then we went inside, and Tino Romero was like, "I'm ashamed to white people today." That's what he said. But we got in a fight, and then I had to do a set afterwards, and the guy came in and he was like, "How can you guys do this? You guys are comics. We're just making jokes to you." And we're like, "No, you weren't, motherfucker." Like, and I told him, I was like, "I'll fucking beat the fuck out of you right now. Get out of here." And I had to do a set shaking because I was so high on adrenaline, and I was just like, that was insane.
Wow.
Word.
Dude, it was fucking hilarious, and they got kicked out because the bouncer liked Zach. It was Zach's show.
Shit.
Have
Yeah.
y'all gotten into any beef with any other comedians?
A couple of months ago.
Yeah,
right?
you motherfucker.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
you
a
did.
couple of
Oh.
months ago. But this dude he was a dick. He tried to play me, and I wasn't having it. I just told him to go fuck himself. Pretty much. I went to see this guy, and I didn't tell him. I didn't say I was a comic. I was just hanging on. I was in the background, right? I was waiting in line. I didn't say I didn't want to get in for free or anything. I was gonna just give money. And this guy just completely he was pissed off at me because I didn't book online.
Mhm.
This motherfucker, how do you fuck online? I'm giving you cash, and he made me wait outside in the cold, and then never came back for me. So I went downstairs, and he told me to get the fuck out. He goes, can you please go upstairs? I told you to wait upstairs. With an attitude, I said, my blood just went up. I said, I'm not gonna do anything. I'm just gonna go to the other bar. I'm gonna have a drink and come back, and then get it. When I came back, there was nobody at the door. The show started. So I went to the back to the green room, and I'm like, who the fuck am I supposed to pay to get to sit?
That was a full moon night. I'm not gonna lie. I got in a fight with a comic outside the Grizzly Pear because I was like, I'm a comic. I'm gonna go, and he goes, it's when the dudes get their egos when they become gatekeepers. When there's like some sort of like I'm working the door.
Yeah, you're working the door. You're not doing anything else.
So you kind of like as a comic, you're like, I don't know. You don't. It's kind of our fault too, because it was my fault because I didn't respect his authority at all. But I was like, dude, I'm just gonna go in. And he's like, well, I'm in charge of the tickets. Are you gonna go into the show or just drink at the bar? I was like, I'm a comic. I'm just gonna go hang out. And he goes, are you gonna go to the show? And I was like, I'm going to the fucking bar, dude. And he was like, okay. Like it just gets like heated, and that was a full moon night, and I understand.
a lot of comedians are bitches. They are bitches.
I
Yeah,
believe
they
it.
are,
I believe it.
I don't like most comedians, to be honest. I think I hate comics. I just don't like most of them.
Yeah, I came up with some cool guys, but now I don't know. There's a lot of sensitive motherfuckers out there. Too sensitive.
I think the majority of comics are sensitive, in my opinion.
I don't know if you know The Godfather.
Drink
He
my
said you
entire
want to
beer?
squeeze him and grab him like you can act like a man, motherfucker.
Damn.
You weren't gonna finish it?
Yes, I was waiting.
Whatever.
Okay.
That's coffee now.
I couldn't be a comic. You guys just seem wildly creative, and I feel like most of your best material will probably come off the cuff, right? Outside of everything you write.
I like.
Yeah,
Improv, I feel, is where you
it's a flow you get into. You get a nice flow, and sometimes shit pops off from another word. Something happens and just triggers other shit. And
I know. I got pretty decent at like crowd work and stuff from doing Goodbye Blue Monday, what I was talking about earlier, because it was always such a ridiculous fucking show. You never knew what was gonna happen. So like you learn how to deal with like chaos.
Yeah.
And I love chaos in a show sometimes. I think it's like, I did a show in Glendale, and it's just fucking drunk people screaming. The owner was fucking heckling everybody. You know? When you get to the point when the owner's heckling people, it's like, it's ridiculous.
How about the cops in the 5 spot?
Oh, my God, yeah. I had to do a show where a bunch of cops raided 5 spot in, what is that, fucking Myrtle?
Yeah.
Off Myrtle Avenue.
Fort Greene.
And you have to do stand-up with fucking cops. I don't feel comfortable. All my material's about drugs and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I don't feel comfortable. And also, there's cops there. They're very uncomfortable people.
Yeah, they can't arrest somebody.
Because you're scared because you could say some shit to them and they could be like, okay, I'm going to mark his face down.
You'd be Lenny Bruce.
Yeah. And like, it was a black restaurant, and everyone's like, yo, I do not fucking feel comfortable here. And I was like, yeah, I don't either. But like, black people especially. What was going on with all the fucking shootings and shit?
Yeah.
One wrong thing, man. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Nah, I lost my train of thought. But I feel like was the transition to doing a podcast easy? Like, I mean, you talk on stage all day, but like just sitting shooting the shit, was that easy to adjust?
Yeah, I get jokes out of this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Word. Okay.
Sometimes I don't like. Honestly, like I don't really like going to mics that much anymore because it's not fun, and I don't really learn anything. I don't get anything out of it. You got to find a mic that's really like kind of supportive and you know everybody. But like, I'll get jokes out of just doing podcast. Like I'll listen back and go, that's a fucking funny bit that I just came up with right there, and it'll work itself out better because you're actually having a conversation and you can say it right.
Right, the first time, like as you think it, you can hear it as
yes.
a topic brings out your joke out of nowhere, and I mean you don't know you're gonna say it, but you say it, and then you hear it, and I'm like, oh, that's my new bit. That's something
because sometimes when you write it and it's all in order in your brain, you go on stage, and it just doesn't feel as organic or genuine, and it's just like they can sense that. Especially like, I like when it's kind of when I feel like I'm just talking.
Right. When I go to open mics, I try not to. I have the jokes I want to say, but I try not to say them in order. Like I try to confuse myself, just to maybe come up with something new, or maybe something come out of it, like something different, and make it make myself more comfortable. Like just create a situation that I'm not comfortable with, and be comfortable in it at the same time. Make myself nervous. You know, that's the way I try to work when I do an open mic, where I try to just mix up all the fucking jokes and start from left to right or right to left, and learn a new way of saying it, or maybe of not saying it. You know.
I've got a topic for you guys. We talked about this. You'll remember when I bring it up. Maybe you could possibly get a bit off it. I don't know. Scarlett Johansson, she got controversy for getting a role, and she's gonna play a trans man in the movie.
Word?
Yeah, and a lot of people. She got a lot of flack for that.
Why?
Because she's not trans. She's just a woman, like just a regular woman. Like she got flack for getting the role. People feel like they could get a trans person to play a trans role. Like we don't need someone portraying a trans person.
Yeah, I understand that aspect, but I also understand it's fucking acting.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I said that.
Well,
Sean Penn can't play a fucking straight guy.
Yeah,
that is true.
I can't play a homeless person if I'm not homeless. Like
He played Harvey Milk, right?
Yeah, Milk.
Yeah, he played Harvey Milk.
Yeah, I was saying last week, certain roles, I guess, I would like to see like played by, I guess, certain people, like a transgender, like. I mean, Scarlett Johansson, like, I mean, usually when you think of her, like, first thing you think is, like, oh, hot chick, but you think of, like, the superhero movies or something like that. I don't necessarily want to see her, but if the acting is good enough, yeah.
So she's going to play a dude wanting to be a woman?
No, a trans man. A woman that turned into a dude.
A woman that turns to a dude.
Yeah.
Alright.
But that's what sells, man.
Yeah, I mean, I understand, like, if someone, like, she got beef, she's getting tons of beef, because she was in the fucking movie, the Japanese movie.
Ghost in the Shell.
Ghost in the Shell. Should have been played by a Japanese person, but
Yeah,
it's like, she sells tickets, man. Like, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I will say this: if the movie's meant to like give some kind of meaning, then I would say yeah, like show a transgender. But if it's just like a movie just to make a movie, like then yeah.
I mean,
sure.
I honestly agree that why don't they just get a trans man? Because it's like a fucking, if there's a black person,
a trans woman,
well, whatever, whatever they are.
It's very confusing.
It's very confusing.
Yeah, it's like if there's a black person, you're gonna get a black dude. You're not gonna fucking blackface some white guy.
But
obviously.
they did Robert Downey Jr. as a black person, and
that was fucking good.
He killed it.
Yeah, he killed it. You never go full retard. I thought it was funny, and like, you know.
But isn't that supposed to be the whole fucking thing? That's why he did it. I mean, isn't that
because he's such a good actor, he could play a black guy.
Right?
Yeah.
But you know, it's fucking.
I mean,
the
that's
history of that shit is.
I mean,
fucked
that's
up.
a comedy movie. Like, imagine trying like a serious movie where the person's just gonna be, he's a white guy and he's gonna be like blackface the whole time. It's like, just get a black dude to fucking play that.
Robert Downey playing Malcolm X and shit.
Oh,
yeah. So I understand. I mean, the fucking girl in what is it? Orange is the New Black. It's a trans woman, and they play. She's just great.
I've never seen that show, but I'm
seen
sure
it.
it's
I
great.
haven't seen it. I haven't seen it either.
It's a chick show.
My thing with Scarlett is like she's so big and like so popular. She's probably I think the highest paid female actor.
Is she?
So, yeah. So she'll spread awareness in her way. So I don't know. It would help, but also hurt the trans community.
Maybe like they were like, all right, so her boobs are giant.
She's hot. I mean, she's gonna ruin her hot.
That's what I'm saying. When you think of Scarlett Johansson, first things first, you think of hot chick.
I'm thinking a completely woman. I don't see anything else.
Well, did you see the movie, the show Transparent on Amazon, where Jeffrey Tambor played?
Oh,
like
right.
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know Amazon had shows like that. Honestly,
some are good, man. I'm watching Goliath right now. Billy Bob Thornton. That's okay. It's like kind of like he's a lawyer. He's drunk all the time. Basically,
you can relate.
yeah, I could definitely relate. Yeah, but Transparent was like there was a woman on there, trans woman on there, who I saw her and I went, no fucking way that used to be a guy. I was like, she's so hot. But then there was a scene where she got angry and it was like, I have feelings. And I was like, oh, there he is.
That's some scary shit.
Yeah,
though.
I have feelings too. And you're like, sorry, I spit. But I was just like, holy shit, okay. I see it now.
That's funny.
But like, she was gorgeous, man.
Could you have sex with a trans man that's a woman?
No.
Would I? Not on purpose.
No, not on purpose. Exactly.
How drunk would you gotta be? Like,
I mean, I did have an experience where I found out years later that I was like, oh, I probably was a guy. Whatever. Whatever. Yeah.
It depends on the drinking, right?
Episode 2 of our podcast, I think.
Is
I
it?
tell the story, yeah.
I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. 'Cause I need context. I don't think I could ever do that.
Well, you got to be drunk, and she's got to be hot. I mean, if you, I mean, you can tell. I mean,
Yes.
you can tell. You can tell. But like I seen, like remember Jerry Springer used to bring us some hot freaking transsexual dudes. Like, oh man.
Well, the makeup is amazing.
Yeah. No, not makeup. Talking about with boobies and booties.
These doctors are gods nowadays. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
how they're doing it. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Miami, I think he's called or some shit.
Dr. Miami.
Yeah, Doug Stanhope said it. He goes, how much surgery do they need before I'm not gay for doing it? It's like, how much? Yeah. He's like, they're good now, man. They're good.
I just wish like these girls would just go to the gym. Stop getting cement in your booty. Like, I don't want to feel concrete.
Oh
ass.
my
You can
God,
tell
yeah,
that
yeah,
fake.
yeah.
You can tell that
Yeah,
fake.
with the fucking chicken legs and the fucking boulder in that.
And the weird lips that they put. The
Collagen.
Yeah.
Just, I mean, what the hell are you trying to do? Are you trying to be unattractive? I do not know what you're trying to do with those lips. I just don't understand what the fuck's behiing.
Some women
your
don't
lips.
is not good at anything else except being hot.
Yeah, but they don't look hot. That's the whole point. It looks like have an allergic reaction, and then they put crazy amounts of fucking, I don't know why it's shiny. It's like a fucking shiny duck lip. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah.
it doesn't look good. It just
Word.
does not look natural. Your ass doesn't look natural.
They have a permanent selfie face.
Is it for the white husbands? Maybe. I don't know.
Probably. That's just pure laziness to me. If you can't take yourself to the gym, get a $10 membership, whatever, and do some squats, and you go just pay thousands of dollars to get a fucking cement injection. Like,
Yeah.
And then
nah,
they're
I don't
risking
want
their
you.
lives. They're risking their lives. They're going into fucking basements in Queens to try, and they're dying.
Hell yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
yeah,
just
yeah.
fucking died. Yeah.
Yeah, but what do you do? What kind of exercise do you do for your lips? They're fucked. Because I mean, from this to that. Yeah.
But it's your body, your choice. We're not telling you what to do. We're just
Nah, I'm telling you what to do. Stop that shit.
Yeah, there's a porn. There's a
Yeah.
porn star named Aletta Ocean who butt implants, breast implants, lip injections. She looks like a fucking.
It's not for me. If you guys like it,
Yo, you got
okay.
all the porn
Yeah.
scoop, man.
Yeah.
What's going
Yeah.
on over
I
there?
memorized.
He's single. He's single.
I'm fucking single. Yeah.
Yo, last episode of the podcast, your podcast, you were talking about the gooch a lot. Like, is that
Oh,
your
the taint,
thing?
the taint.
The taint. Oh yeah. What the fuck is that about?
Well,
taint.
the DC podcast was on it, and that he was wrong. The gooch is not your butthole. Your butthole is your butthole. The gooch and the taint are the same thing.
I never heard of a gooch.
No, because
I heard of the gooch.
Yeah, I
I
never
don't
heard
know
of
what
a
that
gooch.
is.
I always
It's-
the gooch.
It's not your ass. It's not your balls. It's just like
Well, it's actually
That
called
space in between.
Yeah.
the scientific term is perineum, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, something perineum, but
AKA
people,
taint.
people really like rub my perineum, and it doesn't work. You just gotta rub my taint.
Yeah, that shit had me dying. And then you were talking about barbecuing. Or try to barbecue on your fire escape or some
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, yeah. It's 10 grand if you do it. If
Hell
you get
yeah,
caught.
you would got fucking. You would
Yeah.
be tight.
No, fuck.
Yeah.
I would have to move to fucking Mexico. I wasn't gonna pay that shit. Who pay? Imagine paying the $10,000 fine for fucking trying to
fuck you.
make some
Yeah.
fish
Hell
I would
no.
fight it. I would fight
for a
it.
hot dog. How you gonna fight it?
Fuck that.
Then it costs you another $10,000 plus the lawyer.
I know. I'm forgetting that I'm white.
I think I'm partly Jewish because I don't like giving up my money at all to anybody.
I would just be like, I'm not fucking paying this, and then be like, well, you gotta go to court. I'd be like, okay.
What do you do if you don't pay? You
Ten-
gotta go to jail,
fuck you.
right?
Yeah.
Fucking $10,000.
Nah,
That's
we're
fucking
black.
insane.
We'll just get shot.
Yeah.
we won't go to. We won't make it. to
That's
the
fucking
Shit.
insane. That's $10,000 for fucking that.
Yeah.
It's fucking unfair. I don't know.
All
It's
right.
fucking ridiculous.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ran out of topics.
All right.
Yeah.
It's getting
You
kind
got
of
only
late too.
15
Yeah.
minutes anyway. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Anything I want to promote? Anything I got shows coming up?
Uh,
New episodes obviously still coming.
Yeah. Well, we're going to Hell podcast. I'm fucking. We're fucking trying to get this date. I'm trying to fucking talk to this theater to start my to produce this show, the new version of New York City live. I'm hoping it's the same theater in the Lower East Side, and I'm hoping by this week I get a date.
Nice.
Dude, awesome.
Yeah.
Can I be on it?
No.
Please?
Yeah, man.
Okay, cool.
I
I'm
want to hear about
gonna
it.
invite mad people, man.
All right. No.
Because I'm not producing it, so I want to invite people. When
Well,
I
I'm gonna
invite
be
people to
hosting
shows,
this motherfucker.
Less stress.
yeah,
And,
less stress.
I'm gonna see, hopefully it'll be hopefully I don't know how the schedule is for the theater, but hopefully by the end, but mid-September maybe.
Okay, are you gonna bring cameras?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to maybe do 3 or 4. I don't know.
You trying to like
Wow,
film it and
that'd be
present it to
cool.
like a company like Netflix or
Maybe
some shit like that?
maybe I just because the last time we did it, I was watching it all, the first show we did, and it was great. My cousin and his wife and my girlfriend helped me produce it, and my boy, but they my cousin and his wife and my girl they fucking did all the technical shit. Like my girl did the sound, she fucking did all the logistics, and my cousin's wife directed, and my cousin shot all the camera, and edited.
Dope.
Yeah, and he had the fucking angles. It was fucking pretty nice. So I watching that, I was like, I want to do this again, But it's gonna be less people doing it too. That's what's gonna suck.
I could help you.
Yeah. So I just want to figure out what kind of cameras we're gonna use and if it's doable. But the main thing is that I want to have a nice show, like a nice hip show. You know, some
Organized.
yeah,
All
nice.
that,
Yeah. In the theater, no fucking bars. Not a bar.
I hate bar shows.
Yeah, it's just the worst. I just want to, because when people, there's a difference when people go to a comedy club, they're ready to laugh. They don't fucking, they're not watching a game and then they say stop watching the game. Now it's a fucking comedy show.
Yeah.
It's we forget that as comics forget that shit at a bar show. It's like, bro, you're not Richard Pryor.
I know.
That these people have to fucking, you have to earn their look.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? They're watching a game and you're over there. You have to earn their turn. You have to earn their turn. You know?
Bill Burr was talking about he did a show in a Red Lobster once.
Oh man,
and he said it was the worst thing
yeah.
ever.
It's such a bad layout for a comedy show. It's not right.
Because you got families eating dinner in there,
Yeah.
and he said everybody's up there going fuck. It's just like,
Exactly.
and then he said that we were all laughing, but then you think to yourself, oh my god, I'm fucking next, and
Right.
you're like, I have to deal with that shit.
Yeah.
This is the longest 10 minutes of your fucking life, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's called New York City, right?
New York City, right?
Word. Hopefully you get that date.
Yeah, man. Hopefully I get that because I want to like time it for when the kids come back to college, to school. So I just have more people. Maybe we'll see.
Word. Anybody who's listening, look out for that shit.
Yeah, man.
And you, sir, more drinking at home? Unless you can promote.
Go to my website, calebbarge.com. Follow me on Instagram, Caleb Stuff, and on Twitter, Caleb Thoughts. And follow us, our podcast at We're Going to Hell Podcast on Instagram and WGTH Podcast on Twitter. And that's all we got. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm at Funny Hernandez.
Yeah.
On Instagram.
I'm gonna put all that in the bio.
Cool.
So
Cool. Thank you.
And you,
Thanks,
sir,
you guys.
You're skydiving next week, so
Oh,
you'll come back with that.
Word.
Oh, we should have talked about that. Fuck.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
forgot.
Yeah, no, I'm kind of glad we didn't talk about death. I mean, I did think we may touch on it a little bit, but no, I mean, I plan to have fun. No, I'm not looking at any negative thing about it. Or
Is
nothing
it your
like that.
birthday thing, or is it like a birthday
No,
thing?
actually, my birthday actually just did pass not too long ago. It was supposed to be for my birthday, but I switched it down to like the end of the month more. I forgot why. I don't remember, but
Man, I thought I was gonna do it this year, but I guess I'm not.
Yo,
I feel that way almost every year.
I think I kind of wanted to try it.
I want to also, yeah.
That
I want to record
fear.
it though. I want the video.
I think they
me
do
jumping
that. I
out.
think they do that regardless. That's what you pay for.
Yeah, I want to
Well,
be.
no, they don't do it regardless. You gotta.
I want to be on coke.
You never come down.
No, I think it all depends on like how long you want the video. I think that's where it pricing because at one point it starts from like maybe $90 to like maybe 500. Or something
really?
Like that. Yeah,
I thought it was like a $300 thing.
I think it depends on the place too.
All right, you going to Long Island?
I'm being close to Atlanta.
Oh, you going downtown?
Yeah.
I say downtown.
That's right there. Right down the
I
street.
agree to it, but yeah.
Yeah, the South.
I don't know if I have anything to promote personally. My book's still coming. Personal dictionary. You know what I
Personal dictionary.
mean? Yeah, each chapter is just one word and it gives my personal.
Oh, nice.
Definition
I
of
like
it.
that concept.
Yeah. Quick question. I don't know if it's smart to say on the mic. What the fuck is up with this seminar? This Gotham seminar that's coming up.
Oh,
in
yeah.
September.
It's a Gotham podcast seminar. Just go to it. I don't know. They're going to teach you like how to promote your podcast, and it's just like, I think someone from they're gonna have a guest speaker from a popular podcast. Yeah, just I guess I could just go there and learn. How to,
okay.
like, promote
It's like
your
a learning
podcast.
thing. Okay.
It's like a fucking nerdy thing for people who podcast.
Word.
Just like go there, learn some stuff.
Coffee and
learn-
donuts.
Probably.
I hope so.
Drinks. All the podcasts on the network can hang out together and like,
That's dope.
be on my
I was
show.
about to say,
Basic
sounds
network,
dope to
yeah.
me.
Yeah. There's
September 5th.
A lot of pretty
September
girls
15th,
that
I
come
think.
through here.
Nice.
Oh, wait. Tell him that. I have a girlfriend. I don't care. I didn't hear that.
But yeah, I mean, that should be fun. Just go in there and like just listen to people. Like learning how to remote is. That's why I joined this fucking network in the first place because I'm terrible at it.
Yeah, I do it through Instagram, Twitter, all that. It's kind of annoying to do that, like for every social media, but
You got to.
gotta do it, man. Gotta get these listeners.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for coming on
thank
here.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you,
absolutely.
This is
Thanks.
Introverted
I
Intuition.
appreciate it.
You guys are clearly not introverts in any
I
way.
think I am. I am.
Oh,
Yeah.
don't
On
seem like
stage,
it.
on stage, we're not.
word.
Oh yeah, I'm an.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is introvert?
You
You
don't
shy?
fucking.
Yeah, like quiet.
I fucking hate people. Yeah.
Word.
Today I had my sunglasses on the subway and my headphones and I wasn't listening to any music.
You
Okay,
might be
that's
more
fucked.
like me, like more of what's it called, like a outrovert, I think.
Extrovert.
ambivert?
Ambivert.
Ambivert. It's like
There
in
you go,
between.
yeah.
Maybe that's what I am.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like a light
Ambivert.
switch. Like,
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When I-
Give
when
me
I
some
s-
drugs.
When I smoke, when I smoke pot, I'm an introvert. I don't want to know anything.
I smoke
I'm
pot,
okay,
I'm
I'm
asleep.
inside.
I'm
Yeah.
kind of the opposite way. When I'm sober, I typically don't want to be bothered, but if I'm a little fucked up or something, I'll be like, yo, what's up?
word. Hopefully, this isn't our last time doing this. Hopefully.
Nah, man.
Yeah.
Anytime,
I
man.
really like y'all
Thank you
guys.
so
I'm definitely
much.
gonna check out your shit, your comedy.
Thank you.
Any
so
shows
much.
you like? Shit, let me know.
Yeah. Well, working on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm hoping to fucking get this done, man. I'm tired of procrastination.
I'm in
tired of
there.
that nonsense.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Yeah. Thank you again, guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
no
it.
problem.
Appreciate it, man.
This is the Introverted Intuition Podcast. Thank you for listening.
Peace.